Hello everyone, this is Candy, the 614 Stitcher, and today is Friday, December the 31st, 2021, and this is my Flosstube episode number 31. I would first like to wish all of you a very happy new year, depending on when you watch this. Happy New Year. I am prepared as I'm going to be for New Year's. I do not go out. I will be stitching tonight when the new year comes in. So I would like to wish you all, first and foremost, a very happy new year. If you are new to my channel, thank you so very much for stopping by and checking out what I have been working on. I hope that you are enabled to continue to come back and see what I am working on. For all of my returning friends and subscribers, thank you so very much for continually coming back to see what I have been working on and what you may be enabled by. Again, today is the 31st, and I have been working on plans. And so that is why I didn't have a regular Wednesday video. I spent all evening Wednesday, part of Tuesday, all of Wednesday, some of Thursday, working on what my 2022 plans are and getting ready for Bringo. So we're going to jump right into it. I actually have two finishes, and so I'm going to share those with you. My first finish is Cool Yule. I finished this Sunday in the Garon Zoom stitching session. And before you pointed out, I do know that there is another snowflake that should go right here. However, I deal in odd numbers when it comes to things like this. So I decided to just have 5 snowflakes. What I'm thinking, and I'm not sure about it just yet, but I may put my initials or 2021 right there tonight. Once I'm in the Zoom group for the Black Needle Society, I'll decide and let you know. But as far as I'm concerned, it is a finish, and I'm very ecstatic about it. This is by Hands On Design, and it is stitched on a 14 count black Aida. I started this in July for Jolly July, and I finished it this past Sunday on the 26th. And finish number 2 is Bloomtopia. And this is by the Fat Quarter Shop. It was a 2020 fundraiser for Make-A-Wish South Central Texas, and it is still available on the blog, and they do ask that you make a small donation, $15 donation to Make-A-Wish for the pattern. So when I last showed it, I had the bird in, and then this week I finished up the bottom part. On the pattern, these little pieces down here are not in there. This is actually my initials and the year that I put in there, just so when you look at the pattern, you'll see that. But I am super excited to have it completed. There is a very large border that goes all the way around here, but I had decided early on that I was not stitching that border. So there we go with Bloomtopia. I have not kept stats of 2022 going, or 2021. However, going forward, I will be keeping stats for 2022, so I'll know how many starts I have, how many finishes, those kinds of things. I don't count stitches, so there won't be like number of stitches or anything like that, but it will be good to know like how many new starts I have versus how many finishes I had. And I see that that is a common statistic throughout all the floss tubers that I watch. So going forward, I'll be keeping those kinds of records for 2022. So those are my two, sorry I bumped you, my two finishes for the end of the year. It was really great. One of the exciting things about stitching with a group is like they all celebrate your finish also. And so I love to finish things when I'm in the Garon group because everybody celebrates with you. When you finish something at home, it's just you and you're like, oh, I gotta finish. So it's pretty exciting for me to have that. So and if you're not part of the Garon Toten Bags Facebook group, please go and join. They provide the Zoom code and the password when they are having Sunday Zoom stitching with Gary. Ronnie pops in and out, and so it's always good to see him, but there's a nice group of people in the Zoom session, and I am so thankful that I finally bit the bullet and joined that group of stitchers on Zoom on Sundays. It really has helped me not feel so alone all the time. So if you're part of a group or can find a group to Zoom stitch with, I would encourage you to do so because it does make a world of difference. Oh, I got a stray hair, sorry. It does make a world of difference when you're stitching with a group of people and you can chat and find out new things, be enabled, all the things. So I had a new start last night. I didn't really want to work on anything that I still had, any of the whips that I had. And so I have a whole lot of patterns, new patterns. So I figured I'd just pull one out and start on it. And so I pulled out Peabody by Heart and Hand. And this chart is actually a 2010 chart. I purchased this from Keepsakes earlier this year. I didn't realize that I thought that she had just released it. But he's super cute and I love a good snowman. So last night here is where I got to on him, and I have left him in the hoop. I'll be working on him again this evening in the Black Needle Society Zoom. I am stitching him on a 16 count Country French Rain Ada, and I'll be using the called for DMC Weeks Dye Works floss. The floss that I'm using for the white is Blanc. And so he's going to be pretty small. It is called to be stitched on a 32 count. So it is small anyway. The chart is just large, but I thought he was going to be super cute. And he is the start of my snowman. Sorry, I was checking to make sure I had him the right way, but I do. Because right now I'm just filling in the white. So I actually started him yesterday. So he is my last 2021 start for, before tomorrow. So now we're going to move on to my whips. And I'm don't be disappointed. I'm not disappointed with myself. You know, I make a plan, but sometimes things just happen. Here's the naughty list. It is still a WIP. And here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it to you. And here is where I am now. So as you can see, I did manage to get in almost all of the bottom. Those are for what you see me tangling with is I put this on a scroll rod, and that's the tape for the bottom. So I did get the bottom, the one half done, and now I need to finish that other half. And then the very top has a similar scroll work on it that I need to get finished. And so I stitched on it for as much as I'm going to. I did get in the word naughty. I got in the list, which was the tree trunk part. And I still have just this top part up here to put in. And so if a prompt in the Magazine Monthly challenge group calls for it, I'll pull it back out and maybe get it finished then. But right now, this is where it is, and I'm good with it. This is being stitched on a 16 count color and cotton, and I cannot remember what the name is. It might even be a 14 count. But I still love it. I just ran out of steam on working on it on Christmas. What happened was I was supposed to have a new start on Christmas Day. I went through and pulled all of the things, and then when I got to looking, I did not have a piece of fabric large enough to start my Christmas Day start. And I was just like almost paralyzed because I had been looking forward to starting it. So when it came down to Christmas Day, I watched some Christmas movies, and I didn't really stitch as much as I probably was thinking that I would, because I was just like disappointed in myself that I hadn't gotten the fabric. I hadn't thought that far in advance, because I thought I had something in my stash that would work. So my next WIP that I'm going to show you is, it's in my Lynn X Stitches Creates butterfly bag, so you can probably tell what it is. So I am going to show you first my layout. So this is, when you go to the Etsy shop for Stitching Mommy, this is the layout that you see. However, my stitch piece is going to be laid out like this. And so here is a picture of where it was when I last showed it to you. And here is a picture of where I am now. So I did manage to get in all of the veins for the January butterflies. So starting tomorrow, I will be able to start filling that in. And I was able to finish the entire outlining, not the veining part, but just the outline of the February butterfly. And so as I go along this month, I'll be putting in the veining for February, and then I will also start the March. it's going to be wonderful. I'm very proud of myself that I was able to get the January butterfly all together. And I'll just keep working on this project. You will see it again. This is on my Bringo board for my favorite fabric, and this Artemis by Bestitch Me. It is a 28 count. The colorway is called Artemis, and it's by Bestitch Me. So you will be seeing this again. From here on out, I'm pretty sure I'll be a couple of times a month. I'll be showing it because starting tomorrow, it will be a regular WIP. I'm going to talk to my friend EJ about the thread choices, and I'll explain what I mean by that in haul. Sorry, you know, I got to put it all back together again. And I think what I'm going to do for the Bringo challenge with this is I will do the outlining, the veining for the February butterfly, because the challenge again is 1 hour or 100 stitches, and I know it's more than 100 stitches, so it'll take me more than 1 hour, but I want the February butterfly veined way before we get to February. So that was WIP number 2, and now WIP number 3 is Christmas Sentiments. And I pulled this out late Christmas Day. I mean, it was really late Christmas Day, because I was like, well, duh, you could have worked on your Christmas sentiments instead of being all pouty faced about your Christmas Day start that you didn't get to start. But I did pull it out. So here's a picture of where it was when I last showed it. And here is where I did get to. So I finished putting in the H and the O. And that was it, really, basically. By the time I stopped pouting about my Christmas start, I put that in, and then it was time for me to go to bed. So I will be working on this some more, not for Bringo. However, it is on my WIPGO board 4 times. So you will see this again when it gets called again. How about that? And this is being stitched on a 28 count Old West by Color and Cotton, and I am using similar threads to the called for. So if you would like, which there's not a whole lot there right now, but if you would like the color conversion, please email me. My email address will be in the description box below. Please email me and I can send you the colors or the floss name that I am using. Okay. So those were my WIPs for this week. So speaking of WIPGO, Jessie Marie does stuff called the numbers on the 26th. And so I was able to figure out what I was going to be working on for the month of January. I will remind you that I stitch on my WIPGO projects 7 days, 14 days out of the month. So one project will get 14 days, and then another project will get 14 days. Because this month actually has 31, not this month, January. January has 31 days, so I'm going to split up the time those extra days between the two projects. So here is, this is my WIPGO board. And what I did with my WIPGO board is I printed it off onto sticky paper. That's about the only thing I can call it. It's paper that literally it has a back on it, you stick it down. I purchased it off of Amazon. And I put that in my calendar. I love it. For this year, so that everything will be right in this book. I'll have some side notes to that later on. So, project number 2 is Winter Quaker, and I'm going to show you that soon. Project number 19, a new start for our autumn chart. So this morning, after I realized it, I went through all of the charts that I have that are autumn themed, and I chose November. So this is going to be my number 2 project on WIPGO, and it is the Country Cottage Needleworks House November Cottage, their Cottage of the Month series. I do have this whole entire series, and I would like to get started on stitching them. So that is my number 2 for WIPGO. So next week, you'll be seeing a new start on that. Yeah. No, that's number 19. I didn't mix myself all up, let me tell you. Okay, so number 19 is Country Cottage Needleworks November Cottage. Project number 2, which was the second number was called, is Winter Quaker. And it is in the same spot that it was in when I last showed it. I have not gotten to the store to get the blue etoile. That is on my plans for today, though. So I am actually going to be stitching them, however, out of order. So usually what I do, whatever number she calls first, I'll work on it first. However, this month, I will be going to Stitch Away, which is in Houston Woods. It is a retreat put on by Keepsakes, and it starts the second week of January. It's from January the 12th through the 16th, and I did not want to have to carry Winter Quakers. So what I did was I swapped them out. So I'll be starting on Winter Quakers this coming week. So starting tomorrow through the 8th, I am going to work on Winter Quakers. And then on the 9th through the 16th, I'm going to work on November Cottage. I know that probably doesn't even, y'all probably don't even care about all of that, but that's why I'm saying that. So when I'm showing it in the video, you'll be like, oh yeah, okay, I remember now. So that's where I am with my WIPGO. And I'm really excited to be back doing WIPGO again. I believe now that I have a good system in place for it, I'll be more successful this year with it. Especially since, you know, it's 14 days, 30 minutes for 14 days. I'm really hoping to see some good progress on the WIPs that I have in there. So now I am up to Stitchy Kindness and Haul, and just 10 minutes ago, I received a birthday gift from one of my quilt guild friends. And she sent me, so she has showed this in our Facebook group, that her grandmother had cross-stitched it, and she also cross-stitched it. And it's called the Quilt Patch Sampler. And so each one of these blocks is a quilt block. You would make into a quilt block, but they designed it as a cross-stitch sampler also. And it came as a whole kit from Thread Connections Incorporated. Here is the information down there, and I will also put it in the link below. But it came with the chart, 14 count Ada. It came with the threads. So here's the Ada that it came on. And here are the threads that it came with. Now, I don't know what, I hope I don't need to use any more, or that I need to get more. They're DMCs, so I can match it back. It came with the DMC. It even came with a needle and then the chart, all in a bag. It was all like sealed and everything. I just opened it up. And so the chart, as you can see, is one huge piece of paper. But it'll be fun to get this started. I don't know when I'm going to start this, but I am going to, it will be sometime this year. Because I think this would make an awesome wall hanging in my living room where I sew. I've never seen a kit come together, come like this before. So I was really excited. And I was trying to see, but that's all the information that came on it. So the model stitch has on it 1985. I'm not going to say how old I was in 1985, but I am amazed that this is from 1985. So it's called the Quilt Patch Sampler. For any of you that are quilters and cross stitchers, you might want to look it up. I will put the information in the description box also. So my next piece of stitchy kindness is actually from my younger son, Ronan. He purchased me the Petite Silky box, and I was so ecstatic. And so this is the reason why I was saying I'm going to touch base with my friend EJ. She too is stitching the temperature butterflies in silky sulky floss. And so I'm going to see about matching what my temperature chart is back to these and see how these work. I have never used sulky before, but I was super, super ecstatic when I received that in the mail. And then my daughter, if you all go to Bath and Body Works, run, don't walk, she picked up, it's one of the wallflower plug-in pieces from Bath and Body Works, and it is a little hoop with a saying and everything. Isn't that cute? I like squealed out loud when I opened it up. I was like, oh my goodness, I had no idea, which I haven't been to Bath and Body Works in forever and a day, but I'm going to go and see if I can find some more of these because I think it's super cute. So those were my stitchy kindness for this week. So now, plans, and more plans. Like I said, tonight I will be working, I'll be cross-stitching in the Black Needle Society Facebook group with them. And I will be working on Peabody tonight. But tomorrow, I got another plan. So, for my new year, new start, I will be, sorry for the crinkling, I will be working on modern folk embroidery. And I received this in the Black Needle Society resolutions box back in November. I am only going to stitch the urn and the flower. And I will be stitching that on a 14 count Ada by Be Stitch Me. It's called Evil Queen. And I will be using either Blanc or 3865 as the floss. And so this will be my new year, new start that I will start working on tomorrow morning or whenever I start stitching. And that is the fabric. And I've had this fabric. This is actually my first piece of Be Stitch Me fabric back when I exclusively stitched on 14 count Ada. So I have a nice big piece of it. Ooh, look at that. Oh yeah, I mean, oh yeah. And I am going to stitch that with DMC floss. So you will actually see this project again. It is on my Bringo board also. So that's my new year, new start. I don't know that I've ever been so excited for a new year. Like, just so I can stitch on this right here. That's all. So then, my next new start will be in 3 days after that. And in my my Ada project bag, my birthday start will be Nora Corbett and I'll be stitching that on a 32 count fiber OWAW fiber on a whim. It takes me a minute, and this is being blown out really bad. I'm gonna see if I can turn this off and maybe. This is called Raspberry. It is a 32 count. Yeah, it's being blown out. Sorry. It's a 32 count Lugana. And that is my birthday start. My birthday is on the 4th of January. This also, the Sunshine Stitchers and I are doing what is called Focus on a Designer. I'll have the hashtag below. It is the hashtag is #Garon Designer Focus. And for the month of January, it is a Nora Corbett or Mirabilia. So if you have a Nora Corbett or Mirabilia that you want to start, that you're already working on, join the hashtag and we're all going to be stitching on a Nora Corbett or a Mirabilia. We have set all of the designers for the entire year. This month it is Nora Corbett or Mirabilia. And so we would love it if you would join along and follow the hashtag. I was super excited when Gary was like, I said, why don't we just do it for the whole year? And he jumped right on it and was like, okay. Pulled out his little pencil and paper, and we were in the Zoom group all going through the different designers and which ones to stitch for which month. And so I am super excited. I will be participating in it every month. There are a few months that I, sorry, squirrel, that I will have new starts because I have not ever stitched anything by those designers before, but I think it's super fun. And it'll be a way for me to break out of my box of stitcher designers that I always seem to stitch, because like I've never stitched Twin Peak Primitives, I've never stitched Teresa Kogut, I've never stitched Plum Street, Blackbird, and so I'm very excited. I do have the charts, but I'm very excited to be able to jump in and stitch some of other designers that I haven't stitched before. So I would encourage you to jump on the bandwagon and be enabled and come along with us. So that is my birthday start. And then I have my magazine monthly challenge also. Like, I'm in all the things this month. January always seems to be very busy, which is why I'm glad that, because it keeps me going through these gray, gross days of the month, to be in these challenges and to be excited and to see others work and be excited for them also. So the month of Carolyn and Robin did something different for this year, 2021. They added a birthday challenge. So whatever your birthday month is, you can go out and get the sheet, and I'll just show you. So it's magazine birthday month 2022 magazine monthly challenge, and you get to fill in the acrostic party, and you get to choose your own theme. So what I did is I went through party and I pulled things to match the word. So for my P, oh, it is. So for the letter P, I chose Mod Podge or purple fabric. And this is my Mod Podge from January of last year. And so I will be working on that again this year, hopefully to finish it. And then new to me, I've never stitched one before, so I will be stitching Amy Bruecken Designs, and it's called Besties. And that's for my A in party. Also new to me, this is going to be the year of Candy just break out of her shell, stitch some stuff. For the letter R, I chose Rovaris, and in the Punch Needle Primitive Magazine, the Winter Christmas edition, page 50, I will be stitching, oh good, you can't see it. Sorry. On page 51, I will be stitching home. Winter home. Sorry, I can't read it backwards. And that is by Rovaris. That's for the letter R. For the letter T, I pulled out my Stronger Together by Fat Quarter Shop. They did this last year for Black History Month. They are doing another one this year for Black History Month. They are asking that you make a donation to UNCF via their blog. The money goes right to UNCF. Last year they raised $30,000, and so this year I would love it if they could raise even more money. I am asking you as my subscribers and friends, if you would be so inclined to make a donation to UNCF via the Fat Quarter Shop. They do have another Stronger Together that they have posted. It is different than this Stronger Together, but this is Stronger Together 2021. And I want to finish this before I start Stronger Together 2022. And next video, I will have a picture of the updated 2022 Stronger Together chart. I had it, and I don't know why I can't seem to find it. And then my next, well, that ain't right. Oh, okay. My next, my next for Y, I chose, well, heck, page 44. I chose Y, and it says yummy coffee love, because I love coffee. So I made it my own. And because it's a Valentine's Day piece, I thought it would be good to start moving into Valentine's. I am going to be trying harder to get more decor, seasonal items, but I'm not dropping everything to stitch this, that, or the other. So it'll come when it comes. So that is my Y for party. So my create your own theme, again, there are three: snowflakes, butterflies, 4, sea turtles, and purple. Those 4 things are my heart. And so when this came in the mail, I knew immediately that I was going to be stitching this. So this is my theme, and it is the Snowflake sampler. And so I will be getting started on this in January, tomorrow. This is calling for 18 count Mystic fabrics, and I do not have that in my stash. So after I get done with the video, I'm going to see about going to Joann's and finding some 18 count. I'm praying, because supply chain stuff is just crazy still. Excuse me. However, I have Rit dye here. So my plan is to find an 18 count fabric and dye it so that I can get started on that. We'll see what happens. If I don't find an 18 count at Joann's, I'll start it whenever I get the fabric for it. So, but I'm hoping that I'll be able to get a cut of 18 count Charles Craft, or I don't know, something. It would be great if I could find the actual Mystic fabric, but I know things are crazy right now with shipping and all the things. So that, I think for right now, will conclude the plans that I have. I'm not going to go through all of my BWIPGO charts. I figure we're already at 45 minutes. I will just show them as the numbers are called. Carolyn normally calls the numbers the night before so that we can plan for what the next day is going to be. So when she posts the numbers tonight, I'll know what I'm going to be stitching on in the morning. Again, BWIPGO, if you are not part of the Magazine Monthly group, you can go over and join. It's not too late to get in on BWIPGO. I actually have not even posted my chart, my worksheet yet. I'm going to be doing that while I'm waiting for this video to upload and everything. So I, again, would like to wish you a very happy new year. If you happen to go out, please be very careful. I don't know about in other parts of the country. What I do know is that right here where I live at, they start shooting at 12 o'clock, sometimes before. And bullets don't have eyes. They go up in the air. They do have to come down. So please be very careful if you are going out to celebrate. I will be back in a few short days. I am going to get back on my Wednesday recording schedule. I really do enjoy. Once you get into a groove of something, it's a good thing. You know it's coming. You get ready, prepare for it. And so I do like recording on Wednesdays, depending on what's going on. I really do like to try to get it up. I would love to get it up on Wednesday, but depending on all the other things, I like having it up on Thursday. It seems to have been working very well. So that will be my recording schedule, is record on Wednesday and get it up by Thursday morning. My camera is just like going crazy. I don't know if it's because like I'm not moving. But anyway, I would like to say see you next year and have a good one. Bye.